Well, there has been a consensus among members of the Security Council that there is no military solution to the Syrian conflict. The problem is a political solution remains quite elusive. And the immediate fear right now is that the increasing airstrikes on Idlib and the planned full-scale offensive to take back this last rebel stronghold, an offensive that could happen next week. The fear is that this could intensify the conflict and worsen a humanitarian situation that is already very dire. Here is the UN Special Envoy to Syria, Staffan de Mistura.
The dangers are profound that any battle for Idlib would be a horrific and bloody battle. Civilians are its potential victims, and there are ever-present dangers in the case of a full-scale assault, of incidents or rapid escalations involving regional and international players.
In Idlib, there are nearly 3 million people. More than 1 million of that are already displaced, and 1 in 3 are children. The concern among members is that a full-scale assault on Idlib could lead to a humanitarian catastrophe, the likes of which we've not seen in this conflict now in its 8th year. Now, the U.S. has said that such an assault would be a reckless escalation, but Syria says it is targeting terrorist organizations still remaining in Idlib, and Russia has backed that position, saying that ceasefire agreements do not cover terrorist organizations and that the fight against them needs to go on. Now, one of the most contentious aspects of these concerns among Security Council members is the potential use of chemical weapons. The U.S. has said that there is evidence that chemical weapons are being prepared ahead of the Syrian government offensive, and that has drawn a very vocal and angry response from ambassadors here at the Security Council, the U.S. especially, and France, as well as the United Kingdom. Now, the U.S. has warned that should chemical weapons be used, its response would be vigorous and swift, and France has said that it stands ready to strike if chemical weapons are indeed used. Now, Damascus has long been accused of using chemical weapons on its own civilians, but it has denied that it was responsible for such attacks, and Russia has backed Syria's claim under the claims of Bashar al-Assad's government. Russia is suggesting instead that it may be the militants in Idlib who are possibly the ones planning to use chemical weapons in their standoff against the pending offensive. Li Ling Tan, CGTN, New York.